Hi there, I'm Ellie, your Vice President Education. Welcome to your partner college's online Essential Rep training. While watching this video and answering a few questions at the end, you'll have all the essential knowledge you need to be a great rep. Now over to Kerry, your partner college's coordinator.
Hopefully by the end of this video you'll have all the essential knowledge you need to be a great rep this year. What is SUBU? SUBU is the Students' Union at Bournemouth University, and as part of that we run loads of opportunities that you guys can be involved with if you want to, from clubs and societies to volunteering to Nerve Media, our award-winning magazine and radio station. By 2016, SUBU will make a positive impact on every BU student's journey. That's what we hope to achieve, and you as student reps are really important in that, because whereas we won't be talking to every student, you guys will be in your cohorts.
Including me, there are 4 full-time officers who are elected to represent students across the university and SUBU for 1 year. There's Chloe, who's the president, Reese, who's the Vice President of Welfare, and Peter, who's the Vice President of Lansdowne. As well as the full-time officers, there are also full-time members of staff. As a partner colleges student, your key contact will be Kerry, our partner colleges coordinator, but here's the rest of the team should you ever wish to contact them.
I also wanted to talk you through SUBU advice, because as student reps they could be really important to you. As student reps, you might get students coming to you with problems of a personal nature and things that wouldn't really be appropriate for you to deal with as a rep, and we wouldn't want you to deal with them. So it's probably worthwhile you signposting those students to SUBU advice. They're free, confidential and independent of the university and of your college, which is a really important thing to remember. So why are you watching this video? As I said at the start, hopefully by the end of it you'll have all the essential knowledge you need to be a really great rep this year. Hopefully also it will give you some of the key skills that you'll need along the way. And also, hopefully by the end of it, you'll have developed some confidence in your role, because if it's your first time, and even if it's not, we want you to be confident in what you're going to be doing this year. So now I'm going to show you a really quick video of what some of the student reps thought about their experience of being reps last year.
Hi, I'm Karen. I became a student rep last year because I'm a mature student and also part-time, and I thought it would be a really great way of getting to know other students.
Yeah, I became a rep because I wanted to be a person that could facilitate change and help improve students' experience across the uni.
I was a student rep and a link rep for a partner college. I really wanted to improve the communication between Bournemouth University and the students at the partner college, so bringing more information about what was happening at the university and how it related to the students at the partner college.
Student reps is the collective name, but you might be referred to as course reps, seminar reps, programme reps. It all means the same thing. As student reps, you'll be predominantly collecting feedback via the SOS, which is the Student Opinion Survey. You'll then take this feedback to your relevant programme or framework team meeting. Link reps are specific to partner colleges. There's roughly 1 for every partner college. It's their job to liaise with student reps and to feed the information from the partner institution back to me via a link rep forum. This is normally done over a web chat or a phone call. I'll then represent all of the feedback I've got from all of the individual partner colleges at the SUBU Education Council, as I sit on that to represent the partner colleges. So as we've said, you'll be collecting feedback from your students via the Student Opinion Survey, or SOS, which is an online survey. There's 3 of these a year. The first 2 are about course matters and general academic related issues. And the third survey, because it comes at the end of the year, is an evaluation of your whole year, as well as the course related things. It's really important that this feedback is as representative as possible. So ideally, you get at least 75% of your cohort to fill it in. And we'll talk later about all of the ways that you can encourage them to do this. So who's needed where at meetings? As we've said, as student reps, you'll be taking your feedback to the relevant programme or framework team meeting. The link rep in their capacity as a student rep will also attend their own one. I'll then sit and represent you guys on the SUBU Education Council. You said this happened is a really important thing for you as student reps to always have in the back of your mind. It's our way of saying that it's really important to feedback and close that information loop and let the students know exactly what they said and what happened as a result of that. Also, it's really important for you to let us know as well, because we really want to hear about all the changes that you've made. The You're Brilliant Awards is something SUBU's been running for the past couple of years, and it's your way of telling staff that you think are brilliant exactly that. You can nominate them online via the SUBU website, and it can be any member of staff, academic, administrative, they could work in the library or even your shop. It's absolutely anyone that you think has had a positive impact on you. Okay, so the next bit of this video is just a quick session to hopefully help you understand the SOS a little bit more. Hopefully you'll get to know the topics within the survey, how to summarise those comments that you'll get from the survey, and then how to present this information at your meetings. So these are the following themes that are in the SOS. We've got quality of teaching, assessment and feedback, quality of academic support, organisation and management, quality of learning resources, your personal development and overall course quality, and the thoughts on your wider student experience. And one recurring theme there is quality, and that's because this is exactly what the Student Opinion Survey is about. It's about the quality of your experience. The SOS is hosted on the SUBU website all year round, so you can access it at any time. You can find it by going to the SUBU website, subu.org.uk, and clicking on the Your Voice tab at the top. From the drop-down menu, simply select Student Opinion Survey, and then you'll be taken to a page with the SOS link on it. You can then circulate this link out to your students. This is then the first page that you'll see when you click on that link to the Student Opinion Survey, and it's a very quick 30-second video just recapping what the SOS is and why it's important to fill it in. This is then the next page you'll see. The brilliant thing about these SOSs is that they're completely anonymous, but because of that we do need to get a bit of information about you. So you just have to fill in these questions, and it's really important that you and your students know that it's really important for that information to be accurate, because if it's not, your feedback might get lost. This is an example of what the questions look like throughout the survey. As you can see, they're in two parts. So the first part is a quantitative tick box, always ranging from definitely agree down to definitely disagree. This is the only part that's compulsory of the survey, and you'll need to answer this bit before you can go on to the next. Underneath that, you'll see the free writing options. We divide these into keep, stop, start, and that's our way of getting not just negative, but also some positive feedback from you. So keep, tell us the things that you like, and get your students to tell us the things that they really like about their course. Beneath that, we've got stop. Pretty self-explanatory, as you'd expect, the things that maybe aren't going so well and you think your course should stop. And then under that, start. We always say go in with the solutions to the problems, not just the problems themselves, because that makes things a lot easier. So start gives you the opportunity to give suggestions over how you think your course could be improved. This just reiterates it again. So keep, tell us the things you think work well. Stop, tell us the things you think don't work so well. And start, tell us about what you think can be improved. It's really important that you're as honest as possible with this feedback. So once you and your students have filled out the SOS, before your framework or programme team meeting, you'll need to condense those results down into what we call an executive summary sheet. So to do this, before your meeting, you'll be sent the results of your student opinion survey and a blank executive summary sheet for you to fill in. This gives you some idea of what to expect when you get your results. There will be a table displaying the results for the tick boxes from definitely agree down to definitely disagree. There'll also be a chart alongside this representing the data. After the numbers, you'll then see the raw comments that your students have answered under all of the sections for keep, stop and start. It's your job as a rep to summarise these comments, as some of them might not be appropriate to take to a minuted meeting. You'll then put all of this information from your results into the executive summary report. As you can see, you'll put the key points from the tables and graphs. You'll then put the key main headline points from each keep, stop and start section. This way you condense the information and make sure nothing inappropriate is going to be going to the meeting. So just to summarise all of that, when you get your results, you'll need to read through the report, decide what the key points from the graph are, and pop those into the executive summary sheet. You'll then need to read through the raw keep, stop, start comments, cross out any that are inappropriate, and then decide on what the key themes are, and then put those also into your executive summary sheet. You'll then take both of these reports to your meeting. So, just to clarify that process again, you'll get your SOS link from the website and send that out to your students. The SOS then automatically generates a report that you'll be sent, and then it'll be your job to summarise that into an executive summary sheet and take that to your meetings. After your meetings, that's not quite the final step. There's one more thing that you'll need to do. And that's you said this happened. It's really important that you close that information loop and you tell your students all about the things that's happened in those meetings. Even if no changes have happened, just tell them exactly what has happened so they'll know that their information is really useful. So hopefully by now you feel a bit more familiar with the SOS and you understand it and you'll understand what you have to do with it. So now we're going to do a small section on how you can encourage your students to fill in the survey. Hopefully by the end of this little section you'll be familiar with the ways that you can communicate the SOS. You'll have in your back pocket some of the negative things that students might say to you, but also some of the positive reactions that you can have to encourage them to fill in your survey. And you'll also know where to get help, just in case you are struggling. So, we'll just have a quick look at some of the negative excuses you might get from the students. So those might be no time. They might say to you, I don't have any time to do it, or something along those lines. They might also say that they've got no access to a computer, or their internet's broken at home, something along those lines. This is one you might get, and people might say to you, they filled it in last time, but actually they don't think anything happened. Or, alternatively, you might get someone that says, do you know what, I'm happy with everything and I've got nothing to complain about. And last but not least, you might have that person that says, do you know what, I'm just one person, what changes am I going to make? They're all valid things that students might say to you. So now we're just going to have a very quick look at some of the things that you can say as a student rep to help combat that. So if someone says to you, I don't have any time, now knowing what you know, you can say to them that it only takes a couple of minutes, and especially if they only do the tick boxes, they can run through the survey in about 5 minutes. If they say that they've got no access to a computer or the internet, you can encourage them to do it at college. If they say that they filled it in last time and they don't really understand why, no changes will happen, this is why you need to have some examples of you said this happened, because that way you can say to them exactly what's going to happen as a result of them doing the survey. If they say, I'm happy with everything, you can say, brilliant, that's great, then use this survey to tell us exactly the things that you like by filling in the keep comments. And then also, you might get people, as we said, that say, I'm just one person, but emphasise how important their feedback is. Every comment that gets written in the SOS will be read by someone, whether it's you as a rep condensing the information, or whether it's us as a team here. Someone is going to read that information, and together, if we get the most responses possible, it's going to be really representative, so changes can happen. So now we'll have a very quick look at the ways that you can communicate the student opinion survey to your students. So you've got the obvious one of Facebook and Twitter. You might have a Facebook group for your cohort of students, so that's a really great place to post the link. Or equally, you might be friends with them individually, so you can send them the link that way. In lectures is a really great place to promote the SOS because you've got your whole group there on tap. Ask your lecturers if you can have maybe 5 minutes at the start or the beginning of the lectures just to talk to your students about the SOS and encourage them to do it. Hopefully your lecturers should be really encouraging of this. There's also good old face-to-face. You can just ask them, when you see them, if they've done the survey, and keep prodding them that way. And then also email. You might want to be a bit careful with this one because sometimes people might not read their emails, but it's always a good one just in case. So, hopefully knowing all you know now, you'll be really confident in giving the SOS to your students. But if you are still struggling a little bit, where can you get help from? Well, there's me. As a Partner Colleges Coordinator, as I said before, I'll be your first port of call, but anyone in SUBU will be more than happy to help. You can also talk to your course or your programme staff. As we said before, because this is student feedback, they should be really encouraging, so you can always talk to them. You can also hopefully ask your programme administrator if you need the email addresses of the people in your cohort. And also, don't forget to ask other reps. Someone you know might have stumbled on a brilliant idea of how to get all of their students to fill in their survey, so just keep talking to each other.
Now you've watched this video, all there is left to do is answer a few questions about what you've seen. You can find these questions below. Once you've completed them, Kerry, our Partner Colleges Coordinator, will get in touch. Thanks for watching.